Mrs. Smith says she busted her husband on a stripper bus and caught him sending naked videos. Now all he needs to do is pass the lie detector test. Today on Divorce Court. All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Smith v. Smith.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Smith and Mr. Smith, I'm glad to have you here in Divorce Court. Welcome, and welcome to Divorce Court today. Today we have a married couple with, as I like to say, a lot of stakes in the ground. Between the two of them, there are 9 children. And this family has a lot to decide today. Mrs. Smith, why are we in Divorce Court?
Well, today, Your Honor.
I want you to take your time because I can see you emotionally drained already.
Yes. Today I'm here to divorce my husband, Your Honor. Our marriage is just completely falling apart. It's becoming hopeless. He's, at times, can be a neglectful father. He's a liar and a cheater. And if he doesn't pass this lie detector test today, I'm going to raise all my kids on my own.
Mr. Smith, do you hear your wife?
Yes, Judge.
You know that's a desperate woman.
Yes.
Mr. Smith, what do you say to these allegations, sir?
Any allegations about cheating is untrue. I'm here to save my marriage, fight for my family. I just couldn't see my life without my wife, and I'm ready to use a lie detector test to determine if I'm telling the truth or not.
Why don't you take me back to when you first met and what led us to get to this point?
Well, Your Honor, when we first met, everything was good. I was working at the cookie stand at the mall, and he walked up. He was smiling, which is one thing that I like about him, is his smile. And he invited me out to a party. We had a great night. We continued to text and talk for a couple of more months after that, and then he invited me out on a date, which was at a strip club, but we had a good time.
That's how y'all started out, going to the strip club?
I love strip clubs, so it was somewhere that I really wanted to go.
So it started out with you all having something in common and having fun together, is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
When did you decide to blend your family?
Well, a little bit after a year of dating. Within like a year, we moved in together and merged everything.
By my count, you started having kids like bam to bam to bam to bam. Mr. Smith, you have a 15-year-old daughter, an 8-year-old daughter, and a 7-year-old daughter from previous relationship. And I have to imagine that all those girls are now involved with all of the other children. And then you have an 11-year-old daughter.
Yes, correct.
So how did it go so wrong?
Things just changed after we got married. He started to be unfaithful and lying about a lot of like his locations and.
I understand that one of your biggest issues is that he can be neglectful at times.
Yes, he's very neglectful at times, Your Honor. For example, I was cooking dinner and my 4-year-old daughter comes and says, Mommy, Jameer took off his pamper and rubbed poop all over the wall. So I go into the room, it's handprints everywhere. Poop everywhere, all over the wall, just disgusting. But
where was your husband at that time?
Playing a game. And I did ask for help.
You asked for help, but I was busy playing the game, and you know how I get when I'm playing the game. I mean, especially if I did a 16-hour. I did a 16-hour at my job. I take care of the things on the outside. She takes care of the things on the inside.
How's she supposed to manage all that?
I mean, a mother's supposed to be a strong person, and I feel like they should be able to handle anything, especially kids, which are, only this tall.
It took me 3 hours to clean up that poop.
Here's my question. While you were at work, what was your wife doing?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. She could have been taking care of the kids because
I was taking care of the kids.
I could tell you what she was doing. Keeping your children alive and fed with clothes on. That's what she was doing. You got 9 kids. That's what she was doing. That's what she was doing.
When I'm at home, I want to just relax. And she asked me to help. I will help. I'll help do anything. But
no, you didn't help take the poop off the wall because you had to play the game and you couldn't pause the game. Why couldn't you pause the game?
Because it was a live game.
He didn't want to let his friends down.
And exactly.
But you were okay
when I'm on the game, I'm standing on business. So I gotta.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. You make money on the game?
No.
Corey, you knew where I was going.
Your Honor, I'm a gamer myself, and I have one daughter. She's 2. I have not gamed in about 2.5 years. Unless I'm on an airplane or something like that and I have a moment, I quickly realize how much help she needs. So I can't even imagine, with that many children, how you can think that she needs no help. You got to put the game on pause. It might be something that's more important in real life than it is in game life.
That's real.
Sometimes.
Exhibit A.
Understood. There's more to it, though, because it's the way your tone, and she gets disrespectful and belittles me like a little kid.
A real man does not demand respect, he commands respect, okay?
And on top of that, Your Honor, he's a liar. I mean, he's a maintenance man in the community that we live in. He shared his location with me one time, but he accidentally shared his location indefinitely instead of sharing
That was dumb.
Yeah. But he didn't notice that. And of course, me, I ain't say nothing. I just let it stay shared indefinitely. So I get a text message from him. He goes, "I'll be home in a little bit. I'm fixing a toilet."
I was fixing the toilet.
He was not fixing the toilet. When I went and checked that location, he was at a restaurant. When I called him about it, he said, "Oh, well, I was fixing the toilet. But then after I finished fixing the toilet, I went to go get me something to eat." But you were at the restaurant when you told me you were fixing the toilet. So which one was it?
I was fixing the toilet, and I did get done a little early, and I was hungry, so I went and got something to eat.
Did you think for a minute, if you had any extra time, maybe I need to go home and give my wife a break because she's been with the kids all day?
I thought about that, but the only reason I lied and said I was still fixing the toilet because she has anger problems, and she will destroy property. I mean...
What do you mean?
Oh, I submitted evidence.
He had got a job at Delta. He was going to the orientation. He comes home, he's super tired. And when he fell asleep, I went in his phone, and guess what I see? Text messages going back and forth about sexual pleasures that he wanted to be done. When he was at orientation, he was really at a hotel room.
You submitted evidence of her destroying property?
Destroying property in my house.
Okay,
TVs.
show me what you're talking about.
You ripped up my $300 jacket. You was flipping couches. You broke 3 different TVs.
I bought that couch.
Lose the money. It's okay, but I bought the TVs.
And that bed. I bought that stuff that I broke. And I broke it for a reason, you know that.
Let me guess. Why
He was cheating.
Allegedly.
No, he was cheating.
What makes you say he was cheating?
He was supposed to be going to a Dirty 30 birthday party for his homeboy. They were going to be taking a stripper bus. I asked him not to get on the stripper bus, being as though he's the only married man in his group of friends. He looked me in the face and he said, "Okay, babe, that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna just meet the guys at the club. I'm not gonna get on the stripper bus." I get a phone call at 2 o'clock in the morning, my little sister. I'm sleeping, hello? She goes, "Girl, where you at?" I said, "I'm asleep." She said, "Where Johnathan?" I'm like, "He went to a birthday party." She's like, you need to get on Instagram and go look at what your husband doing. He's on a stripper bus, got 3 strippers in his lap. They shaking, he pouring shots in their mouth. So I texted him and I said, "Well, stay where you at." He didn't come home. So when he did finally come home.
I intended to keep all my promises. I wasn't supposed to get on that bus, but things happened.
What happened?
We were drinking beforehand, and I wasn't gonna ride 2 hours, follow the bus, and get a DUI. I'm not trying to go.
How about you stay home with your wife, help with the kids, and then meet them at the club as you promised? I mean, do you know how much respect you garner from other men when you stand up as a man?
I don't forget that. I get belittled. I bought her a ring, and it's to show her my token of my love for her. We got into another argument. I found out she went and pawned the ring. You know how much she pawned that ring for? It was $150. I spent $4,000 to buy her a ring.
That was supposed to be a statement to you. It was a mean-spirited, petty statement, again. But that was for you.
I pawned it because he cheated again.
So we're not even talking about the stripper bus?
No, he tried to make it seem like it was about the stripper bus, but that was brought back up because he did something else. He had got a job at Delta down at the airport.
Ooh, that's a good job.
He was supposed to be loading the cargo plane.
I was.
He was going to the orientation. The whole time he's at the orientation, he texted me, "Yeah, babe, this gonna be a good job. The line's long, I'm just waiting to get my badges." He comes home, he's super tired. And I'm like, if you was just standing in line getting badges for orientation, I'm trying to understand why you're so tired. So I let him fall asleep. And when he fell asleep, I went in his phone, and guess what I see? When he was at orientation, he was really at a hotel room with a female.
No, but what did you see that would make you say he was with a woman at a hotel?
There were text messages going back and forth about sexual pleasures that he wanted to be done from her to him.
And the same time that this was supposed...
That he was saying that he was standing in line for the badges. He was not standing in line. He was going up the hotel stairs to go meet a female. That's what he was doing.
I never went to the hotel.
When I confronted him about it, he grabbed the phone and deleted it. And we never touched back on the subject. We never talked about it. He denies it till today. The last text message was her telling him the room number, and he said he was on the way up. If you never went up the stairs, she would have texted you and said, where you at? Are you coming? You know, like, just to confirm. So you did go, and I know you went.
Thought
we're
about
gonna
going.
see.
I even told her I was coming. I even got a room number, but I did not go.
You did go.
So, Mr. Smith, what was going on with you that you walked up to the front gate of Cheetahville?
I feel disrespected a lot of times, and I feel like I get belittled. I'm not recognized. She don't, I tell her she's beautiful. She don't call me, oh, you're handsome today, or I don't get no recognition, but.
She's tired, Mrs. Smith. I don't know how else to put it.
I get this recognition from other women that are probably tired and stuff like that.
Guess what? They don't have 6 of your kids.
Hey,
They're not tired. They're not tired of you. They don't have 6 of your kids. They have not been wiping nose and wiping butts and fixing oatmeal.
I'm tired. I can't feel beautiful, even if you tell me it 1,000 times.
But I still never had sex with any of these women.
All right,
well, that is exactly what your wife came here worried about, those kinds of issues. Mr. Smith willingly submitted to a polygraph examination performed by you, am I correct?
That is correct.
We asked Mr. Smith, in the past 6 years, have you had sexual contact with anyone other than your wife?
Mr. Smith answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated
So I want to give you the chance. Tell your wife what is going on with you to turn into this person who is, if not cheating, walking on the edge of Cheetahville.
I just feel like I'm not heard, I'm disrespected, I'm belittled, and the things I do, because I go to work and I pay for the bills, lights, I make sure everybody's fed, I try to do the manly thing, and I just don't feel like I get any recognition. I feel like I'm unappreciated, and like I said, sometimes these other women kind of make me feel good as far as just talking and just conversation, and I do feel bad sometimes about it, but I've never cheated on you with none of these women.
I just want the lie detector test results.
Ms. Smith, may I ask a question first? I just heard what Mr. Smith needs in his relationship. What do you need?
I want to be loved the way that I love him.
I do love you.
I want help. I want to be able to take a nap sometimes, Your Honor. God, I want to be able to say, I'm tired. Can you do it? I want him to get up and help me with dinner. I want him to rub my feet. I want him to massage my back sometimes. I just want to feel loved. And that is something that I don't feel. So I can't give respect. I can't be nice. I can't not tear up things. Sometimes I get so irritated with him, I can't even take care of my kids the right way. I get mad at them because I'm so mad at him. And I just gotta figure out what I need to do so that I can love myself, because if I don't love myself, I can't love nobody else.
The thing that is dividing you right now is you just don't trust him.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
And the only way we're going to be able to even talk about moving forward is to get the answers that you want. Am I correct?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith, you came in here and you said that you really wanted to be able to start fresh, and the way you wanted to do that was to submit to a polygraph exam. Am I correct?
Yes, Judge.
So we asked our expert to conduct a polygraph examination. I'm going to ask the expert to join us now. Corey, will you ask our expert to join us?
Sure thing. Sir.
Good day, Your Honor.
Good day. Will you please identify yourself for the record?
Certainly. My name is John Yarbrough. I'm a certified polygraph examiner and a member of the American Polygraph Association. I've done hundreds of polygraphs for law enforcement and other public safety agencies, as well as professional and private polygraphs.
I have found you to be a reliable polygraph examination expert and qualified to provide services for us today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith willingly submitted to a polygraph examination performed by you, am I correct?
That is correct.
And the court asked you to ask him very specific questions.
That is correct.
Question number 1, Mr. Yarborough, we asked Mr. Smith, did you have sexual contact with anyone the night you attended your friend's party on the stripper bus? What was Mr. Smith's answer?
Mr. Smith answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated there was no deception indicated to that question.
Come on, man. Come on, man. It was harmless fun.
Mr. Yarborough, we asked Mr. Smith, during your job orientation at the airport, did you have any sexual contact with a woman that you were texting about meeting at the hotel?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What was Mr. Smith's answer?
Mr. Smith answered no.
And what did those test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated there was no deception indicated to that question.
Come on, babe. I love you. I'm not cheating on you. I promise you I'm not cheating on you.
We asked Mr. Smith, in the past 6 years, have you had sexual contact with anyone other than your wife? What was Mr. Smith's answer?
Mr. Smith answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated there was no deception indicated to that.
Look, come on now. Come on now. Standing on business. I don't do that. I don't cheat.
So he told the truth?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
Not a cheater.
Thank you, sir. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Your
Mrs.
Honor,
Smith?
I'm so happy to hear that he passed the test, because I'm telling you, today, if he did not pass, I was out of there.
Let me tell you something, Ms. Smith. Y'all might have a whole lot of other problems that you need to resolve.
Yeah.
But you do owe your husband an apology.
I do. I just want to say that I'm sorry for making accusations and accusing you. It's just certain things that I see. It's hard for me to trust you. I'm young, and I'm giving you everything that I got.
And I apologize. I don't make it too much easier.
I love you, and I'm happy that you haven't cheated on me.
I love you too, babe.
You know, I think the two of you need to learn how to communicate with each other. That's how you rebuild that trust. In order to really be a man of character, you're going to have to step up and be a husband and a father. And that means you're going to have to put the game on pause, is the best way for me to put it. But I think your wife was very sincere. She needed to hear you say, I'm willing to do more. The floor is yours, Mr. Smith. Are you willing to do more?
I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I want to keep my family. I love all our children. You know how much I love you. And whatever I need to do to make this better, I'm 100% I'm here to do it.
Mrs. Smith, you got a chance to really share what your needs are in this courtroom, and I get the feeling that's the first time that your husband actually heard you. Mr. Smith, you got a chance to share that you feel belittled and disrespected. And I think that's the first time that your wife said to you that it's being done purposefully because she didn't trust you.
Yeah, I didn't know why it was being done.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Y'all got to build that back again. Do you understand? I assume you do not want me to serve those divorce papers. The court is ordering marriage counseling that I'd like you both to participate in, which of course the court will provide for you. But the court is also ordering this weekend, tag you're it. The kids are yours. That's my verdict.
I know I look funny.